So you want to start a Roblox game, but you don't know where to start or really how Roblox Studio works. I'm going to give you just for this video a quick rundown on Roblox Studio and maybe a few coding tips along the way. This is Kangaroo, and let's get started. Welcome to the quick rundown of how Roblox Studio works. And this is just basic knowledge. You've never really worked with Roblox Studio ever. So when you open the app, you'll get onto this page. This is where you can create a new game. It has really nice get started tutorials. You can take a tour of Roblox Studio, and that has step by step instructions. And you can click the different things, and it gives you a really simplistic way of working Roblox Studio. The other one is you can learn with tutorials that will take you through the Roblox page, and you can learn through tutorials. I have done both of these, and I found them immensely helpful. Also, on the new file screen, you can choose different types of maps that you want. So, a base plate, a classic base plate, and then different like trains, modern cities, villages, things like that. So, if you want to have like a template, that's what I would suggest doing. If you've already created a game, you will go to the My Games tab. If you have a group, that's where the group games will be, and then you can click the owner. And if you're a part of multiple groups, that's where you would select it and it would only show that group's games. Otherwise, if you have your own personal games you're working on, that would be under My Games. And if anyone's shared games with you, that would be under the Shared with Me tab. Recent is the games you've recently opened. If you want to quick select the more recent games that you or your group is working on, and archived are games that you archived and don't want to really work on anymore. So let's go back to the new tab. This is where you would start creating a new game. I'm going to just show you kind of a quick obby in a way. So I'm just going to select base plate. Once you select faceplate, that's going to load this entire Roblox Studio. This is your explore bar. This is where everything you need for a game, the scripts and the parts and everything will be here. Workspace is the base plate and any parts that you place in here. And we'll get more in depth with these other folders, but let's just focus on the workspace folder right now. So that's where our spawn location is and our base plate and then our camera and any train that we have right now. We don't have any train, but that's where it would be located. So navigating Roblox Studio is a little difficult if you're new. So I'm rotating the camera, and that's because I right clicked on the base plate or just anywhere in Studio, and then you move your mouse. If you have a scroll on your mouse, you can middle click, and that will also help you move around the base plate. It's a three-dimensional board, so it takes a little getting used to. If you scroll, that zooms in. If you scroll out, that zooms out. If you lose a piece, so let's say I'm like way the heck over here, and I'm like, where did my base plate go or my spawn location go? In your workspace, and this is why you name your parts so you know what you're doing. You can click on spawn location and then you can click the letter F on your keyboard, and that will bring you right to the part that you want to use. So that's simple movement on Roblox Studio. And then you can also use the WASD keys if you would rather use those than a mouse. I prefer using the mouse, but some other people prefer using WASD. The next part that I want to give you a quick introduction about with Roblox Studio is how to add a part. So up here on the home screen, you can click part, and these are all the different parts you can add. So let's just add a simple block. So you add it, it goes onto your workspace, and you can find it, it's labeled part. Now we don't want to keep all of the parts labeled the same, because if we keep adding the same ones, we're going to have so many different parts, we don't know what to do with them. It also goes with a sphere. A sphere is also labeled a part. So if we lose it, and then we're like, which one is the one that we have to hit the F on the keyboard to find. We don't know. So this one I could name world. Maybe I want to make this into a world choosing game. And so they can run and select this sphere and it will teleport them to a different world. So this could be a world part. This one could be, and how we change the names, you can right click and hit rename. I just double click on them. So if we rename it, this one could be kill brick, things like that. Then if we lose it, we're like, oh, I need to find that world sphere again. Then you can click world and you can find it easily. So that's how you add parts to it. If you want to move them, you can drag them around, but the nicer way to move the parts is to click move, and then you get the arrows. Green moves it on the X axis, blue moves it on the Y axis, and red moves it on the Z axis. Again, this is a three-dimensional world, so you have to get used to moving things on X, Y, and Z. It's not a flat plane. So that's moving. If you want to scale it, you can click scale. And so then the dots change, and this is how you can make parts grow or parts shrink, whatever size you want. And then rotate will help you rotate it specific ways. So that's the rundown of the start of Roblox Studio. There's so much more to get into. There's train editing, there's toolboxes, there's being able to change the color and how they look on the plane. And those will be in videos later to come. I just wanted to give you a rundown of how to start up a game. There you all have it, the simple version of Roblox Studio. There's so much more to get into, and I'm really excited about this video series because when I started, I had no idea how Roblox Studio worked at all. So get ready and let's have some fun with this. Leave it in the comments below what else you would like to see.